RiverBender.com. Now, back to our daily show.
Hey, welcome back, 918. I got to talk to you about something. I just remembered something that fired me up the other day. Like, literally,
no.
I never
This
get
will be
burnt
good.
up. And normally, it's the shoes on the other side of the coin. Now, my rusty weed almost came out. I never comment on social media, but I scroll through. There was a community page, and an individual took a picture of a vehicle that was dumping litter out, that was just throwing trash outside. Do you know how many people defended the person throwing trash outside of their car? It was amazing to me. Well, why didn't you just get out and pick it up?
Yeah.
Well, that person shouldn't have to pick up that other guy's mess. It was amazing. But it just kind of, I thought about you because it's like, is this really the argument these people are having?
Yeah, that would have caused the problem. That would have caused the problem with me because I get into that too. I mean, I've been known to chase down cars. I'm not the brightest when it comes to this stuff, so I understand that.
Man, I was really hot though. But Rusty, I haven't talked to you in a little bit. How's life been treating you? You've been working, man.
Yeah, I've been staying busy, been going different areas. I went in over and did some work in Wood River Township.
I was just there last night. That trick-or-treating event was cool, man.
No, not Wood River, the city.
Oh, Township.
Wood River Township.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some borderline issues with Wood River Township and East Alton when it comes to some road jurisdictions. And, when I would call Wood River Township and I'd say, hey, man, that road looks like crap. Can you get it cleaned up? And instantly, the first response was, that's not my jurisdiction. I get so tired of that. And, in defense to them, they only have a certain amount of manpower. But
that's true, too.
So East Alton's aware of it, and I called the city mayor, and I've told him twice I'd go out and do those things. And so I just got tired of it. I went out and did it, and then I let him know. And now I got a good relationship with the street director, I believe, is Mike Moore, I believe.
Yeah. In East Alton,
Yeah, he's a good guy. And Mark Jernigan and Mike Babcock. It's amazing when you do things like that, how much attention you draw. But I hate it when they suddenly decide they're in the area and they want to stop by and say hi. I won't talk to them. You know what I mean? If they had time to stop by and talk to me, they got time to come by there and clean that road before. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I have been doing different things in different areas.
So let's start with this because we were just talking about, I just mentioned the downtown Wood River trick or treat, your parades.
It's funny, I wasn't going to start complaining, but then you started me off. I'm right there now.
It was my fault, guys. I knew it.
He triggered me. The parade. Well, I try and do as much as I can to draw his attention. Anything I do, I try and draw attention to this.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not get in the parade? Wood River's got a parade. Bethalto's got a parade. So the chain gang is going to be in the parade. I got some banners put together, trailers, and I'm working with Denise Sparks. She's giving me, loaning me some brand new trash cans, and some of the little kids are going to dress up like Oscar the Grouch and
that's cool.
Pop out of there. I've been made some trash cans for the kids. They can distribute candy and
it's cool, man.
Yeah.
Look at what Rusty brought me. I have a whole box of candy.
I got some signs that don't be a litter bug, and I've got some new banners strung up. I'm just looking forward to it. The trash cans that we're going to be hashing out candy look like Denise Sparks' trash cans. They're purple and yellow. So yeah, it's just a shout out to Denise for everything that she does, and I'm excited about it. I'm encouraging anybody that wants to come.
Speaking of Denise, because we're getting ready to talk about the bid stuff. There was a truck. You're gonna love this. Didn't have their netting all the way on, I suppose.
Yeah.
That police officer wasn't very friendly, I don't think, because it started flying off. He pulled that truck right over.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
Good.
And I was getting ready to text you a picture, but I was driving, and I didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. There's some new laws that are going to come into effect, and I've talked to Tom Hain. We'll talk about that
in a minute. You know what would be cool?
But
Mike just gave a great suggestion. Have you ever thought about doing like a time lapse of your cleanups on YouTube? You know how many people do that?
Yeah,
and have like millions of people?
Those are really interesting. I find those yard cleanups and stuff we talked about briefly. Yeah. I find that really interesting, but I just don't know how I would set it up and the length of time it takes me to do, from one end to the other. You almost have somebody follow you around, and Sydney could testify to that. How much fun is that?
Sorry, man, I'm going off topic, but a good message from Mike there. That was a great point. And the parade can people still hang out with you at the parade?
Absolutely. I got the setup times. Excuse me. I think I've gotten your notes. Yeah, we've got the Wood River Parade is Saturday at 10:30. We're setting up at Emmerich Park. If you want to show up 10 o'clock and just to walk along with us, or if there's room on the trailer, you're more than welcome to ride along with us. I'm encouraging everybody to bring their pets, dress up their
That's
pets,
cool.
let their kids come, their grandkids come, and then we're also doing the Bethalto Parade. The Bethalto Parade is Monday night, the 28th, and that's a 6:30. That's an evening parade, and that's cool because then the chain gang gets an opportunity to flash their lights on their truck and do different things. But there again, Mike Babcock is walking with us. I believe he's a Madison County board member. He's walking with us, and I'm encouraging there again, if you support people picking up trash in a clean community, then walk with Chain Gang.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple, and have a good time with it.
Well, and honestly, man, I mean, it's a good thing to it's cool to see you at this point, though, because, you started just, by yourself going out there and picking up trash and raising, hell and trying to let people know about it. And now you've kind of caused some momentum to really create this.
I'm
it's
still
pretty
by
cool.
myself, but I'm leaning on my friends and
Yeah.
my family to act like we got a big gang.
Yeah, but it's still cool though, because the growth that you've had in these bills. And but big thing is, before we go into the county bids and Bill 4848 and some conversations you had at countywide level, the other day I was nervous as all get out, and it's still tragic, that body that was found on 143.
Yeah.
Is that your stretch of road that you
Yes,
claim?
it is. Yes, it is. And I knew exactly where that body would be. But I went up and set up my barricades that morning, but there just wasn't that much trash. So I thought, the heck with it, I'm just going to go home. And then shortly after I went home, that's when the police showed up. But no, I didn't see it. But I'm glad, very thankful. I surely would have. But yeah, that was on my stretch of 143.
Wow.
In fact, the police contacted me because I found shoes and things, and they wanted to check it out and make sure it wasn't his and stuff. So, yeah, it was pretty weird. Sad, very sad, but yeah, it's a busy stretch of highway. You got to be very careful, though. That's why one of the first things the state's attorney told me is that I should set up a non-for-profit group because if I have people go out and work with me, I'd be responsible for that point.
That's a great point.
So I don't mind working by myself. I want everybody to be safe. So.
Well, and speaking of that too, you've been working. You're just talking about the state's attorney, Tom Hain, who's been really just busy, it seems like, of late, and then countywide. You had a chance to meet him. I saw your picture.
Yeah. Tom Hain's a big supporter. He's a big fan of the Daily Show. He watches it, and
I got to be more careful.
Yeah, he surprised me. David Livingstone called me to let me know that bid procedure change went into effect with Madison County. They approved it. The Madison County Board approved it, which means that when Madison County is sending out something like need people to pick up trash along the interstate, last time they had Denise Sparks' firm bid for that, and an outfit out of St. Louis, and she came about $200 shy of the bid, so they went with a firm out of St. Louis. This procedure will change, or this bid ordinance will change that, and it'll give a person in Madison County at least an opportunity to. They'll give an opportunity for the board to make that decision.
That's really cool.
So that was really cool. So he called me to let me know that, and he said, "Hey, Tom Hain listens to you, or he follows you, and he likes your tenacity, and he'd like to speak with you." And I thought, well, that's cool, because I'd like to go after Kurt Prenzler, and he's not doing nothing.
Oh, no.
And I can't get Kurt Prenzler to do his job. And I went to the police station. I wanted him arrested, and this and that. And he's like, "What's going on with this?" And so I thought, well, I'll tell Tom when I get there.
Oh, no.
And so I did. I went in. I went and met with Tom, and he was really cool. And I said, this trash company is not going to be responsible as long as Kurt Prenzler's in office, because he doesn't tell them to do anything. And until he gets out of office, nothing's going to get done. So I can't get anything done. So can we get him out of office? Well, legally, they can't do anything.
Right.
So his advice for me startled me. He said, go back on the Daily Show. Tell him that Prenzler's not doing his job. He goes, go back, and he goes, continue doing what you do. Come to the board meetings. And he goes, don't let up. And that sparked a fire in me. And I thought, I'm going to do it, man. If he's taking the time to listen to some of the things that I say on here, then I'm going to reciprocate and come back on here and just point out some of these things. Now, I understand politics, and Kurt Prenzler is going out of his office, but it's a shame that our taxpayers' dollars are going towards a man who really won't do his what he's paid to do right now. And in my regard, that's very simple. Call the damn landfill. Tell him to be more responsible for the trash. It's very simple. But he doesn't want to do it right now for whatever reason. And I'm optimistic when Kurt Slusher gets in there, or Chris Slusher gets in there, that things will change dramatically. But getting back to Bill Haynes.
So you were talking about the bid. So the bid is really important for businesses here locally.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to lose sight of that because, you're right. And for you, it is frustrating because you're doing all this work and no one's picking up the phone. I get that. But this county bid is so important. And you fought for this because, in the grand scheme of things, $200 is not going to change the world.
Yeah, it's a small amount. And when you think of this St. Louis firm is hiring St. Louis employees,
right.
They're coming over here and they're doing their job and then they're getting their paycheck and they're going back to live in the St. Louis area.
Right.
Where Denise Sparks lives here. I'm not just pointing out Denise Sparks.
No, there's
anybody in Madison County could have bid for that.
Yeah.
And if they would have received it, then their workers that probably live in Madison County would have spent their tax dollars back. It's a no-brainer. No one disagrees with that.
No, and it's just really good to bring that out or bring that back up and touch on that point, Rusty, because that is a little bit more of a protection for those local businesses that are already paying their taxes in this county and already having their funds go to other projects. So let them have a little bit more of an incentive to bid.
Yeah, and maybe some other company, and maybe next time Denise Sparks will, she'll sharpen her pencil and she'll get that bid.
Yeah,
I don't know, but if she can't, for crying out loud, think about the tax revenue that we're staying in Madison County, and I guess that's where Chris Slusher locked in on this because he's a tax guy, and right away he told me that he thinks this is good and it was overlooked, and then it made me start thinking about it too because I don't really think if I see something. I don't hold back for small or big, and this is one of those things. This could be very big.
Yeah, 100%. And now Bill 4848.
Yes, that's what Bill Hayne or Tom Hayne wanted to call him Bill. That's what Tom wanted to talk about. This Bill 4848 because the police departments have been somewhat reluctant. If I call them and say, "Hey, what are your plans for this new Bill 4848?" It's going to give you some new tools to go after these trash trucks, specifically Roxana and Madison County. This will have more impact on them than anybody else. And I was getting some answers. They really weren't, satisfying to me. They're like, yeah, we're going to be on it. So that's what Hayne wanted to talk about. And he's going to contact all the local police departments and make sure that they're aware of Bill 4848.
That's really cool.
Which will mean that there's going to be a different type of tarping on the trucks, very similar to what the gravel trucks have. When they go down the road, when the gravel trucks go down the road, they have a very secure tarp that keeps a lot of the gravel. There's no reason the trash can't do the very same thing. And along with that, when the tickets is going to be easier to issue a ticket for them, lower the threshold for it, and the money that they get from the ticket will stay in the county.
Really cool.
Yeah,
it's very important, Bill.
It's a lot of different things. It's a lot of positive things in it. It's not so positive to the trash companies, but...
Well, you got to be held accountable.
If you do your job,
you don't have to worry about it. Exactly. That's always the way I look at it. If you do what you need to do, then nothing's a problem.
Yeah, but I'm a big Tom Hayne fan. He knew more about these particular issues than any board member.
Wow.
I write letters to these board members constantly, and I never write to Tom. Yeah. And he knew more about this stuff than I did.
It's really cool, and I'm not saying this to patronize it, but it's cool to know that the state's attorney is an advocate for this because there's murder trials and kidnappings and all of these very serious things that need to be looked into, the Safety Act stuff that's going on, but to learn about Bill 4848 to inform the local police departments, I think is a really good call out because it shows, the attention to detail there.
Yeah, it just shows me he wants to fight this trash, and the best way he could do it is to make sure the police are aware of this. And like I continue to say, it's like if the police were to get a new radar gun or something, that you'd want someone to be able to show them the instructions on how to use it.
That's true.
And that's kind of what he's doing with this. We have some new tools to go after some of these trucking companies and stuff. So this is what we're going to do. And I can't say enough for him to the fact that he recognized that and wanted to talk about it.
Talking trash is going to keep growing, man. You got a brand about you.
And that's what he said. He said he saw my Talkin' Trash T-shirt, and he said that's the best advocate T-shirt that he's ever seen. So there again, that was the icing on the cake that he pays attention to your show. And like I said, I wanted him to go after Kurt. I wanted him just to go knock on Kurt's door and say, hey, look, we've had some complaints. Can you please do your job?
Right.
Very simple.
Well, and honestly, man, I think this was better. Because
it worked out good.
Yeah.
Hey, I could always fall in a bucket of dew and something good will come out of it. You know, you just got to look for the good.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do.
So,
you know?
do you have a moment to stick around? I got to take
Absolutely.
a break here. 9:32, a little bit of change. More Talking Trash with Rusty Wheat right after this on Riverbender and Roku TV.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not. I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
To our daily show on RiverBender.com. And now, time to play a game.
Better run, 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 run away. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
All right. I'm glad those microphones weren't on. 9:35. Oh, man. Okay. So I love these signs.
Yes.
Take me through. So you ordered these off, but where'd you get these from?
I ordered them online. I always like those signs, you know, with the litter bug next to the trash cans and stuff. And so I seen them. They're not that expensive. I'm going to be using mine for the parade. I've talked to the Wood River Parks director and Mayor Tom Stalkoff about getting some signs, no littering signs up at the park. You know, something that people remember.
What I think's really cool, though, the amount of people in Godfrey, there's one gentleman now that is just cleaning up Pierce Lane left and right.
Oh, great.
And
great.
I don't know if it's because, I don't know how long he's been doing it, but it's really cool to know, too, that, you know, like I said, I haven't talked to the gentleman to know what inspired him, but I mean, you have inspired a lot of people to pick up trash, and I mean that.
Well, I tell you what, IDOT contacted me.
No way.
A couple weeks ago, the IDOT contacted me and said they had a gentleman that had to do some volunteer community service work. Can I get him set up with the trash bags and stuff? I said, sure, man. This is cool. Yeah, this is cool. So I talked to the individual. He didn't tell me why he had to do it, but he had to do 40 hours worth of volunteer community service work. So he was going to clean up Highway 143 closer to Edwardsville. So I got him set up with the bags and stuff and started me doing some thinking, you know. what about the probation department? So
Yeah.
I called the police department. They have a community service division, and I called them. And I thought, can I get some of these probationary people to come out here and work with me? They can work off their crime,
Yeah.
just like this individual's doing. He's doing it on a voluntary basis. And the red tape I ran into instantly was such a pain in the ass, man.
Was it really?
Yeah, they basically, if I do that, I basically got to be a babysitter. I can't work with them. I just got to sit there and monitor them.
So you can't do what you do best. You
No,
gotta just supervise.
and then if I want to show them how to do it faster, they really don't give a poop about it, you know.
Well, they don't want it to go faster. They're working time off. They're hourly.
It's a little different. You got to do some paperwork and this and that. And no, we didn't even get to that point because as soon as it got to the point where I was going to be a babysitter, I really wasn't interested
that's a
anymore.
bummer, man, because you would, especially for like, and I mean this, there's so many times that I think preventative maintenance goes a long way, especially with the youth. Could you imagine, I mean, honestly, if like the juvenile detention office really found a way, if there wasn't that much red tape, to have something like it's, because that's such a constructive thing that it's not fun. I mean, picking up trash, just you have fun doing it, but I'm sure a 14-year-old that's in trouble isn't going to have fun knowing he has 40 hours to look at.
I find it very therapeutic. It makes me think and wonder and worry. I found a big bag of diapers along the side of the road the other day. They were dumped out there, and they were all spoiled diapers, and I was only thinking about the parents that are raising that small child, you know, and it's just, but yeah, some of those things, they do set you back, the red tape and things like that.
That's a
bummer.
bummer.
For instance, little things that just bum me out, like the military, for instance. I wanted the military to walk with us in the parade. They helped us out on Earth Day event, and they were going to walk with us in the parade, but then they had so many complaints about other parades, other floats, and that they didn't get to participate in, and so that's like, they're not going to do it now.
I hate to hear that. Man.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, and I understand. You know,
so, not to cut you off, but take me through how important it is really to kind of spearhead and talk about Sparks too, because you really have become such a vocal mouthpiece for the company because of the good due diligence they're doing.
Hey, if I could go to work for her and figure out a way, I probably would, but I'd ruin her business. I'd probably run all of her employees off. You know, but no, she's a good woman that cares about her neighborhood, and I've had Republic trash forever. I love my trash guy. I had him forever. But it was a situation where Republic trucks are polluting our streets. You know? Yeah. So how much longer are we going to continue to support those companies that pollute our streets? Now, thank God that there's a guy up in Godfrey, and there's people in Collinsville and other places that are picking it up. But at some point in time, you have to ask yourself, how much longer are you going to contribute money to a company that pollutes our streets? Yeah. And no disrespect to Republic. I know they tried to do the best they can, but they're a big company, and they're not meeting it. Denise Sparks' company, Sparks Junk Removal, does. I don't ever have to clean up any trash. I never see any trash coming from her trucks. It happens daily when I see Republic and MBI trucks.
And, you know, you have your hand on the pulse, so you'd be the one to really talk about it and witness it. And it's just one of those things. Now, I was walking down Elm Street because anyone knows that Alton's trash problem, we have a nasty litter problem right now. You walk in North Alton, and it's, for some streets, it's pretty bad, and people want to walk their dogs, and there's glass bottles everywhere. How do you pick out glass bottles? And don't cut yourself. Is there a technique that you use? No, you know, I mean, it's a lot of them are often full, and so that's a problem. Yeah, so, you with the grabber, you try and set them in a location maybe where you're going to come back, pick up the bag. Yeah, and you try to reduce handling as much as possible, and the weight of them alone, you don't want to carry them as long. So, yeah, that's an issue. You know, that you have. You just got to work around it. I was going to mention to you though, I had a gentleman call me. And I don't mean to cut you off. No, man, do what you got to do.
I had a gentleman call me text me from East Alton. He said, "Hey, why don't you come and clean my alley?" He said, "I can't get the city to do anything about it." And so I wrote him back. I said, "Look, you contact the city first and demand that they clean it up. If you demand, they're going to have to react, and then call me back." And I never heard from him again. But people are they just want the easy way out. They think I enjoy doing this stuff. So hey, come on over and clean my yard.
Well, it's not a paid gig either. You know, you aren't getting a check from.
No. And I don't mind if someone needs help, like you say, the situation Alton. If anyone out there sees an area that they're trying to get cleaned up and they can't, contact me on Facebook. Send me a message, and I will see what I could do to help you And I'm not opposed to going out and doing it, but I don't want to go out and clean reluctant people's yards. That's
a good point.
Everybody has to do their own share here. But like Center Franklin Avenue in East Alton the other day, it was a jurisdiction, and everybody's busy these days. They don't have the time to go out and do it, and it's something that's often overlooked when it's like, oh, that's not mine, that's East Alton's. But the people of that community, they have to pay the price. And how many times you've been to Cutter Park? And it's a beautiful park. Do you want to drive through a bunch of trash to get there? No,
right.
I don't.
No, it's a good point.
Yeah.
So, Rusty, what else is coming down the pipeline? Anything important that we need to get out today?
I live day by day, buddy. I don't know, man. A couple months ago, I didn't even think I'd be back here.
I know.
But it's just
the passion's back, man.
Yeah, people say, hey, don't let your foot off the accelerator.
Hell no. When you left that day, I'm like, there's no way Rusty's done with trash. There's no way,
well,
man.
I tried moving on, complaining about flags and stuff. Hey, obviously, I got the flag.
I was getting ready. Yeah.
There again, I don't have a problem with flags on your personal. I just don't like my taxpayers' dollars going for it. But no, I really don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go out and if someone has an area where I need to go out and maybe embarrass some of the local officials to get them to be more responsive, I don't mind doing that. My main objective now, I think I'm going to go work on Highway 143 closer to Edwardsville because they just can't seem to get that cleaned up.
You're right. That's a very good point.
It looks like hell. And that one guy that was out there, I don't know how many people ask me, hey, I seen this guy out there cleaning up trash. I'm like, wait a minute, man. I'm out there every week. And nobody sees me. This guy's out there doing community service work, and he's like he's everybody's new best friend.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you what, you're speaking to the choir in a different fashion. You know how many times I hear... I've only been here for 3 years, but that's fine.
I don't mind it though. I thrive off it. It keeps me motivated, keeps me moving. There's two things that keep me motivated. Someone saying, "No, you can't do that. That's not yours," and then someone else come by and give me a thumbs up. Both of those things work in different ways.
Well, if you want to be a part of the parade with Rusty, and really just showcase that in Wood River and Bethalto, what date for Wood River and Bethalto parades?
This coming Saturday, the 26th, I believe. Saturday. This coming Saturday at 10:30. We're setting up at 9:30. If you want to come, just come to Emmerich Sports Park. I'll be there at 9:30. You'll see the chain gang be there. Come, bring your kids, your grandkids, your pets. Bring your own candy. I don't have that. And then Bethalto parade, the same thing. We're meeting at Roselawn Cemetery. The parade starts at 6:30. I'll be there at 5:30. So get there. Come along. If you can't walk, sit on the trailer, for crying out loud. I'm getting some bales of hay. If you support the community, keeping the community clean, you need to come with the chain gang.
And if you were one of those people criticizing the folk that was just putting the picture out there of the litter bug, don't be on the float, okay? I think that's my declaration today, Rusty.
Hey, don't get me started.
Okay, all right. 9:45, Chain Gang talking trash. Rusty back in the studio at the helm, and man, you aren't going anywhere.
Yeah, I guess I'm coming back. The chief law enforcement in Madison County is an avid listener of yours, and he told me he likes me coming on here and reminding everybody about the trash, so I'm going to. I'll be back. I don't know how often. If something pops up, but you never know when stuff's going to pop up.
Not in this area. 9:45, little bit of change. More Daily Show hits you next right after this quick break.